Okay, I recently finished your Sister Sister rewatch and fucking incredible show. Incredible show. You need to rewatch if you haven't watched it in a while. But one thing I wanted to come on here and say and get the opinions of everyone else who has seen the show. I mean, Ray and Lisa had such a beautiful co-parenting relationship. Like I genuinely admire like why am I crying? Like what they were able to do with that family. Why am I literally crying? What the fuck? Okay, let's take it back for a moment for a little refresher. Lisa had adopted Tia. Ray and his then wife, he's widowed, adopted Tamara. They run into each other in a mall. They're like, oh my god, I have a twin. So they decide to move in to Ray's house because obviously he's got a big ass house. And they live together. And it's not to say that there weren't hiccups because it's a TV show, things have to happen. But like, I truly, like, hey, I'm okay, guys. I'm okay. But like, how fucking beautiful was their co-parenting relationship? Oh my god, I'm so sorry. Like, I'm moved. I'm truly moved. Okay, I'm gonna do my best to go on with this TikTok despite the fact that it has garnered a crying response from me because it was just so beautiful. I recently was watching, in passing, a live to see what was going on, and one of the people who I follow had said that it's interesting that we as a society, you know, decide to raise children in romantic relationships considering how unstable they are. And I thought that was so interesting. And because I had just rewatched Sister Sister, I thought this was interesting because obviously, yes, they did get together briefly in the show, but I was surprised in my rewatch, because I haven't rewatched it since the reruns when I was a kid, was that they weren't together for that long. If I'm not mistaken, they were started in season 4 and then ended in season 5, their romantic relationship. But what I thought was really cool about that, I know people have their opinions, just kind of like, did they have to do that, guys? But, at least that's what I've seen so far. Let me know in the comments what you think. But I thought it was incredible that even though obviously that was a short-lived romance, like they were able to create such an incredible family unit and like what they were able to do for each other. Turn the crying back in, guys. Turn the crying back in. Like obviously we didn't get to see them live together in, the first, however, I forgot how old they were when Sister Sister started. First chunk of their lives, but like from when they were teenagers on. But like, was their relationship, me not saying anything but saying the same thing over and over again, their co-parenting relationship, so iconic? Like I really do feel like, yes, they had their hiccups, as I've already been repeating myself a million times at this point, but like they really like had such respect for each other and truly did care for each other as a family unit, even in the times that they were not in a romantic relationship. And I just really admired that they were able to do that together, navigating obviously this non-traditional family. And I thought this was really interesting. In one of the later seasons of Sister Sister, there was an episode where her girlfriends were like trying to convince her to just like stick it to the man, to Ray. And then later on in the episode, they're like, wait, he doesn't charge you rent? Wait, he doesn't, oh wait, he go out to the grocery store if you need him to get you something. Like it's like that. And I thought it was so funny because first of all, Lisa Landry, like, she is my idol. Like, what a fucking iconic TV mom. I don't know. Like, she is my favorite TV mom. Like, Lisa is so badass and she is just fucking incredible. Like, I don't even know how to describe it. Like, I really admire Lisa. You kind of have to admit, like, Lisa, like, she had a kind of iconic situation. Like, a respectable man that she was able to build a friendship and co-parenting relationship with, to give their daughters like this, life that they had missed out on for the first half of, and they like she's getting taken care of. And like Ray obviously had moments like where he was investing in Lisa's business and really encouraged her to go out on a limb and like do what she wanted to do, which was pursue fashion. Like, to have that kind of support, right? And it not be from someone who is getting something out of her, right? Like, we don't talk about that enough. I just would love to hear everyone's thoughts on this because I really fucking love this show and I just think there's something to it. I also wanted to say it's interesting. I had seen a realtor ad and it was like, um, don't get a divorce, get a bigger house, which I thought was so funny because obviously a divorce is way cheaper than a bigger house. But what I thought was, would this dynamic not have survived if Ray didn't have a huge house? That was also a second thought of mine because I know how it feels to be crammed in with people and I'm like, oh my god, get out of my hair. And obviously they had a much bigger house to not, I'm sure they did feel that way at points, but like, you know what I mean? There was much more space for them to do their own thing. Like Lisa had her own bedroom and also had her own studio in the house. You know what I mean? So I just wonder. But I would just love to hear everyone's thoughts on that.